Hello guys, I welcome you to another Spring Boot episode. In this episode, I'll be teaching you all how to open and do a Hello World program in our Spring Boot IDE Intellij Ultimate Edition. So, first things first, we must first go to start.spring.io site to download our project for our Spring Boot IDE to use it. Here you can provide the main project as the project and the language as Java, and you can provide a Spring Boot version. I'll give 2.6.1, and next thing we have to provide the project metadata. For that we say com.intellij project dot we say intellij dot project, and the artifact ID will be new project. No, it will be first project. And next thing we can provide a description. We'll provide a description for our project. We say Spring working with Intellij Ultimate, and we have to provide a package name. So here we say com.intellij.project.firstproject, and next thing the packaging will be used as jar because we are working with a jar file. And next thing, the Java version will be 8. We'll be using Java version 8 for this episode. I've taught you how to do a configuration like this in the previous video when I worked with STS to implement the Hello World application. So if you've gone through that course, you know what these things are and what configurations to give inside the Spring Initializer. Alright, next thing, we'll add some dependencies. We'll add our Spring Web dependency, and after that we can say generate. And as you can see, a file was downloaded. First project.zip was downloaded to our folder, to our desktop. So we can open it in folder, and here we can copy this zip file and go to our all projects, a folder, and here I'll give this as Spring projects, and inside it I'll place this like this. And next thing, I'll extract it here, and after that we can go inside our folder, the first project, and we can select the pom file, and we can say open with IntelliJ IDEA platform. So that's how we open a Spring project in IntelliJ platform. We say, we go to pom and select it, and we say open with IntelliJ IDEA platform. That's how we open projects in IntelliJ platform. Now our project will start as soon as possible. And now we can open our project just like this. It will take some time for the project to get built. So I'll come back to you when the project is built. Now here is our application we made. We just loaded our Spring Boot application from pom.xml using the Intellij Ultimate Edition application IDE. Now what you see here is the first project application.java file. It is like the main Java file for our Spring Boot work. You can see that the Spring Boot application annotation is present there, and then a public void static main method is placed inside it, and after that we say spring application.run first project application.class and args. So this is what we need to execute to run our application inside our server. Another important thing is the pom.xml file. Here in it you can see that there are many dependencies for our Spring Boot application. Here is where we add dependencies that make our application running possible. You can see that there is a starter web dependency, starter test, and finally a plugin called Spring Boot Maven plugin. And you can see the version of your Spring Boot application, the artifact ID, and you can see the name of the project as first project, and likewise. And another important thing is the application properties. This is the file that acts as like a XML file. Actually it's not XML, but we do things which we should do in our XML file in here. Here is where we provide details and configurations for our application to run our application with persistency. So here I'll teach you how to map properties here in the upcoming videos, and in this video also I'll be using the application properties file and placing some code inside it. Alright, and now you can see that we have our first project, and inside it there's a src folder, and inside it there's a main folder, and inside it there's the Java folder, and there's even a resources folder there. Now what we should do is we must make the hello world application that I promised you. So let's get started. First thing, let's have a new controller. We'll have a package here, new package, and we'll call this controllers, and inside the controllers package we'll have a Java class. We'll call this index controller, just like that. And next thing, we'll have our controller annotation placed for our index controller. What this does is makes this a servlet type of class. In Java we use servlets, right? But here in Spring Boot we don't use servlets because there's an easy way. We use controllers. In controllers we provide our data and methods that apply for our applications workforce. Here, the next thing, inside the public class index controller, we'll have a method. We'll have a public string method called index, and inside it we'll have return index. You'll know what happens this when we progress through our course. And next thing, inside the public string index method, over the top of it we'll place a get mapping here, and inside the get mapping in double quotes we'll say slash, just like that. And next thing, to have our we know that there are JSP files in Java server pages, and let's build a Java server page inside our Spring application. For that, you must go to Spring project structure, and here we must go to settings and go to plugins, and here we must say Java EE, and we must install this Java EE Enterprise Java Bean dependency. So after installing it, I have installed it, so you should also install it and say OK. And the next thing is, we must make a view for our application. The view will be a JSP. So in model view controller design pattern, we use controllers, views and models. We have made the controller, and now it's time to make the view. So here we'll go to project structure and go to facets, and here we'll have a new facet, a web facet, and we say OK. And now you can see that we have made a web folder which has a web.inf and a web.xml file. Inside it we can have our JSP files. So we can't have JSP files just like in here, but here we can have our JSP files. So let's have JSP file called index. Alright, next thing, we'll give it a title as Spring Boot. Spring Boot first app. And next thing, inside the HTML5 body, we'll have a hello world. Alright, and we'll save this. And next thing, inside main, we'll have a new folder placed, new directory. We'll call this web app, and after that we'll cut this web.inf from here and paste it here and refactor it. Now our web.inf is inside the web app folder, and inside it has the index.jsp and the web.xml file. And next thing, let's delete this from here. And next thing, we must go to resources, application properties, and here we must map our JSP file for the server to work it. We say spring mvc.prefix as /web inf / and we'll have our Spring suffix as .jsp. What this does is the prefix searches for JSPs inside the web.inf folder and the suffix searches for JSP files inside our application. You save this, and the next thing is in the pop.xml file you need to have a dependency placed. We'll go to our browser and here we'll say Tomcat Jasper, and inside the Tomcat Jasper we'll select a version. We'll select our version compared with our application. For my version I need 9.0.56. So here I'll copy this from here and I'll paste this here. I'll copy this from here, the Maven dependency, and I'll paste it here. And next thing, I'll save all, and that's it. We can run our application and see the output right now. So I'll save all, and next thing, let's run this. We can have run first project application from the first project application.java file. So let's run this. Alright, now our application is running without any errors. Let's check it inside the console. We'll have localhost colon 8080, that's the default port number for Spring Boot, and press enter. And wow, we got our hello world. Wow, that's very fascinating. It's very fascinating that we got our hello world application running inside our console. So this is what I wanted to show you in this video. I showed you how to make a hello world application using IntelliJ with the use of Spring Boot framework. In the previous lesson I taught you how to do a hello world application using Spring Boot with the Spring Tool Suite IDE. So I've taught you how to make a hello world application today again with another IDE, and okay. And that's it for today's lesson, and I'll see you in another lesson another time. Until then, goodbye guys, and please take care.